Well, look at that. There we are for another one, my family. Gather on in. Is it 111? No. 113. He's a little late. Oh, wizard's never late. You know the thing. You know the thing. Wizard's never late. Gather on in, though, my family. We have some cards to do today. We're doing some cards. We're doing some cards based upon... Ooh, my God. Based upon specific structures of certain materials and the galactic connections to them. Which one are you picking today? We got number 1. We got number 2. Hello, everybody. We've got number 3. Oh, my God. And number 4. Okay. So we're going to put those over there. You be good. Naughty. No, you're not naughty. Yes. Yes. Oof. Okay. I haven't even picked one yet. Not joking. It's a toughie. I'm going to have to scan them. Coffee. Anyways, welcome on in, my family. So, probably not tomorrow. I got to find a gap in between all the sessions and all the wonderful, beautiful, lovely people I get to speak to on the phone. We need to talk again before Friday, though. The short version. By the way, Mercury retrograde's over. The short version, before we get right on into the channeling. This Friday is quite possibly the most important new moon of our lives. The new moon is going to be traveling with Jupiter. And Jupiter is Jove, Zeus, the cause of a lot of Alexander's blacklistedness, and how he's been hidden. The old white man with a beard that's been pretending to be God this entire time, which is he's clearly willing to shifting all this now, or has to. Here's what I know. The new moon is when we manifest. It's when we create a manifestation. And the full moon is when things come to be. The full moon is when things completely have manifested from what we started during the new moon. So during this new moon, there's this window from this May 19th to October 28th. This new moon in Taurus, the bull charging ahead. And then the full moon in Taurus, October 28th. Pretty close to Halloween, too. That this is a very important time period where we see many, many miracles transpire between this window. So this Friday, and I'm going to be going live again, so this isn't just like thrown into the front of a video. We're going to be going live again, and I'm just going to get people caught up on everything that's been shifting going on. We'll talk about some real magic here live on YouTube. So get excited for that. That'll be before Friday, it'll have to be before Friday. But it's Arizona time. It is 7:15 or something. Do your research, my family. Get it done. Get ready to write it out again, and then write it out again. And that's it. That's it for now. But yeah, as of where we stand right now in this present moment, it's time for Alexander to do a lot of channeling. So we're back to the Galactic Starseed lineages. Not that all the angelics and the dragons and all that other stuff wasn't a lot of fun. Today, Alexander's going to be talking to ascended councils of certain galactic lineages of your other dimensional versions, your what some of you consider higher selves. So let's get real excited here, my family. So, Shane, I love it. I already saw that Shane said, I saw that Zoe. He did not say Zoe. I just saw Zoe's comment. Welcome, everybody. I know there's like 100 comments and a bunch of people. I'll get to this in 1 minute. Number one is where we will be starting off. So what we'll be doing is we'll be doing past, present, and future messages from our galactic lineage. All right. Okay. So trust your decision. Trust the choice you make. Choose it based upon the gemstone type if you don't like skulls, or just scan the numbers right there on the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them up all at once so you guys can so present, share screen, entire screen, click it, share, and then we're going to pop this open. Now you guys see what I see. Okay, so here's the picture. Can I make this bigger? Not really. So there you are. So let's scan that. Scan the number if you don't like skulls. Scan the material. So the first one that we have here is white jade that's been bombarded with metals. Just straight up bombarded with metals. So this is gold, tanzanite, iridium, a lot of stuff. That I can't get another one of those. The guy even told me. The next one is the Sera song. Sera, Sera. I've had that in my head all day today. Number 3, Pyrite. Oof, Pyrite. Love it. Love it. Such a goodie. And then number 4, Pietersite. So the only stone that is said to control the element of storm. So wait, can you guys even see me right now? Or are you just looking at my screen? I don't even know. I'm like looking at the camera all like, I'm like, I don't even know if you can see me. You might just hear my voice. So number 1, okay, number 1 is the Elven Council. Okay, so these are the elves of Sirius B that are wanting to come through. That's why I was smiling and laughing that Shane picked that, because as Shane is my elven brother. Number 2, Arcturian Council is going to be coming through the Sera song. If anybody is on that vibration, it's my Arcturian family, that's for sure. Number 3, the Ascended Lyrans. So this is going to be the Lyran Council that is much higher than the 6D. So this won't be your 6D Lyran that we'll be tuning in on. This will be 14D and up. So this is the Council of Councils. The Lyrans that are no longer in Tiger form or in more Ascended Lyran form. And number 4, I was a little shocked with this one. Number 4 is going to be, I don't know what they want to say, but this is actually going to be Orion Council. This is going to be actually Draco, Orion, constellation coming through right here live. Why this was picked to be last as well, I don't know. I'm going to get excited for an awesome message, but we'll see what is coming through from these other aspects of the self. And that's it. That's it. Let's get back over here. So, which one do I do? Okay. I don't want to do 2. I want 1 or 3. Okay. I mean, I love Arcturian messages. Okay. Sorry. All the Arcturians out there are just like, Alexander. So I really expected 1 or 3. But let's all stay excited. Get what you get, scan what you scan. What number are you seeing in your third eye? What gemstone material has been drawing you in? Let's get into this, my family. Number 1 is my elves. Okay. 11 elves. Okay, let's do this. So, do I split the screen now or later? I'll split the screen now. But now we can't see my plants. Plants! There's some plants. Okay. What are you watching, honey? Why is that strange man just rubbing that? Don't say it. Don't say it. You know who you are. You're the one. It's your fault, not mine. How is the sound today? The first of the month? What the heck even was that? I think I had the microphone too far away. You guys hear me good? Am I echoing? Is it weird? Because the first was unacceptable. That's great when you go live for like 2 hours and the sound quality is complete shizen. The second one is Arcturian. Number one, Elven Council. Number two, Arcturian Council. Number three, Lyran Council. Number four, Draco, Orion Council. Wow. I'm going to guess it's the crooked star down to the left. Not picking favorites, but, you know, that's what I'm going to guess. Okay. That made me dizzy. Okay, let's go. Let's bring out the cards. Goofy Alexander's probably going to go somewhere else. Okay. What time do we have? 11:06 for the elves. These are Series B elves. Oh, God. Here we go. Time for another one. What are you doing What are you doing, guys? Come on. Okay. Why is this happening? How very, very strange. Sorry, everybody, the phone locked. All right. Okay. So, pick number 1. I don't know why my phone isn't working. I'm going to have to show you guys the cards today or something. I don't know. Something's glitching out the phone that it's locking. I'm going to try one more time. I don't know why the table the phone for the table is locking. Let me try going this way instead. So professional, Alexander. Let's try this. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, it's already going dark. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm going to have to show you guys the cards today. Sorry about that. I'll have to take a look at this later. Not so sure. Okay. Be good. Oh, Mercury retrograde. Yeah, it's going dark. I don't know. That's it. We're doing one camera. Yeah, you can see it, but I'm watching the like normally this stays lit. The phone stays lit the whole time. If the camera's active, it's going dark, and then that means it's going to eventually lock. So, yeah, I don't know. Mercury retrograde's kind of in the ending wave. So let me get right on into this. It's a pretty simple message that they want you to convey to you. Well, if you pick number 1, okay. So the Judgment card with the Page of Cups. So the Judgment card is about the awakening. The awakening has already taken place in the past, and the awakening has awakened some new aspect of the inner child. There is some new aspect within yourself that is ready to do something that you wanted to do very, very long time ago. We see how the cloud cover, what does the cloud cover mean? The cloud cover is the card at the bottom of the deck that has a 33% effect on all of the other cards in the reading. The cloud cover is having an effect over this message from the past. What is the past is talking about is an awakening, a shift, a seal has been broken. This has already taken place. If you've been looking for the future and waiting for some sort of awakening, waiting for some sort of shift, waiting for some sort of moment to step into this level of power, to step into whatever this thing is that your inner child wants, it's now starting to become a spiritual issue for you, is what this is saying. Not that it wasn't before, but now you're starting to feel this thing. You're starting to feel maybe the heart racing, or something's keeping you up at night. You're feeling a fire burning out of control, because what this is saying is there's this harvest. There's this harvest of you moving forward while looking backwards, because the seal has been broken. There's something that your child wants. It's more of a want, though, than a need. And this is something that you came here to do. You don't have to do the thing you came here to do, but you came here to do a certain thing. Wouldn't you like to do the thing that you came here to do? So with this, we look towards the future, and it shows the truth, moving forward with the truth, looking where you're going. There are only 2 cards in the 78 cards. There are only 2 cards that show looking where you're going, okay? So looking where you're going and not looking where you're going are these 2 cards. So the cloud cover, this is literally going over this other card. I'm so in the habit of you being able to see the cards. I didn't even realize I wasn't showing you guys these. Oh, this is going to be a little fun being a channeling state. So what do we have right here? Okay, we have what you've been harvesting. So this is the present moment. So during the present moment, this is what's going on now. This is what I was talking about with the fire burning and what you're feeling, how you're feeling. And I hope that you've just been feeling marvelous. But if there's been moments where you're feeling like this or you're feeling like that, and you're wondering what this is what this is. Your spiritual inner child, because the bottom row is the spirit, okay? The top row is the physical. The bottom row is showing that your inner child is hurting and is longing for this new beginning, which needs to happen. If it doesn't happen in this lifetime, then it's back into the wheel again. It's like, sorry to say it this way, you know this to be true. This is you holding the truth in the physical on this new beginning. You know that this is a need. And it might not seem like a need. It might seem like a want. And why is that? The message from the Elven Council is showing the Devil card. It's showing that certain stagnant energies have been left in your cell structure, in your mind. Certain aspects of your ego are not your own. These aspects are the egos of other people in your reality that thought that this thing was a waste of time. They thought that the artist dies poor. That's something Alexander heard. The artist dies poor. How about that art? How about that art? I'd love to show that to my father from 15, 12 years ago. Okay, this is exactly what's taking place here, my family. Somebody, some parental figure, somebody, maybe somebody you're still even with. This could be a husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend sort of situation as well. There's somebody that has basically left a certain imprint that they told you that this thing that your child wants is silly. That's not the thing to do. Alexander and the Elven Council are not suggesting that you quit your job right this very moment and start doing this thing full time. There are processes on how to do these things. You need to take the right appropriate steps, though. Have you made the steps? If you have made the steps, and you are seeing that the universe, the reality, the original creator of your soul, yourself has been taking care of you, then it is time to go in more. Once we see that the reality is taking care of us, then that is when it's time to buy the beat machine. That is when it's time to start this new website. That is when it's time to invest into this other thing. And the thing that you're investing in, my family, is your inner child. It's something you've always wanted to do. It's something you've always wanted to do, whether you know you want to do it or not. It seems relatively important that you figure out what this thing is. If you need help figuring this out, I'm sure that there are people that you can contact. I'm sure that you can ask the Elven Council to communicate with you within your dream time. But whatever this is, let's start a manifestation process. Now, this is what Alexander was speaking about earlier, and in the past few days. This person triggered me. We allow ourselves to get triggered. This person isn't allowing me to do this. No, we allow these things to take place. If you really know that this person that's in your reality has got to go for you to do this thing, and those are your decisions, those are your belief structures, I know that you can do this thing, sit this person down and tell them, this is what's important to me. I have to do this. I will be doing this. This is not an ultimatum. This is something I will be doing, so you're going to have to deal with it, or that's it. There's a loving way to say that is not loaded with so much fire and so much anger and so much fighting. And if this person really supported you in the past, present, and or future, wherever this person is. So with this healing journey and this transmutation, it's not even healing. We need to transmutate whatever vibrations or energies have been left within you, my family. And for that, Alexander's probably going to use the drum for a little bit, right? Yeah. We're going to play a little bit of drum. I'm going to do what I can to reverberate and bounce out whatever is in the cell structure, the DNA, whatever it is vibrating within your light. Okay? Because this is all made of solid light. Whatever is in the solid light that is your vessel, we can start this process, but there is going to be work that you need to do. You need to work on your boundaries. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to start this thing, do this thing, and find whatever limiting, no offense, weak belief structures are still existing in the people around you, and stop allowing them to affect you, and find whatever's existing within the self and remove these frequencies. Transmute these frequencies. Turn unworthiness into worth, my family. You have the ability to do this as a mental alchemist. As a multidimensional quantum alchemist, you have the ability to do this without Alexander ever laying hands on a drum, without anything, within the snap of a finger. We're going to do a little bit of reverberation. Settings, camera. Settings. I'm just looking for a way to pull the camera back up. I don't know why this is happening. Display. Planned obsolescence, huh? Screen timeout. Let's try it. Can I just turn this off? No, I can't. 10 minutes. All right. The best I can do is 10 minutes, so we'll try that out. because I'd like for everybody to be able to see the cards. It's too much for me to be in a channeling state and have to pick the cards up. How's that? Thank you. Okay. Let's see what the Arcturians want to tell us. Oh God, that the drum, the healing. Okay. Let's get on into it. $31.30. Let's go. Oh. Tree. So family. Okay. Okay. Who picked number 2? The Arcturian Council. Here we go with the 7th seal being broken again in the same position, in the same alignment. Okay. We still have a screen. We do. The Judgment card, the Awakening, the 7th seal, the trumpet being blown. This time it's in the spiritual, even though it only really can be in the spiritual. Last time it was in the physical. But we're having this pattern take place again. Last time it was taking place with the inner child. This time it's taking place as the spiritual teacher, as the priest, as the priestess, okay? So this person that has reached this level of attainment and teaching and mastery of having the podium, picture the, whenever we're in this place, these places where this person's considered a priest, they always have the podium. They always have that more epic than a soapbox place to speak from. But some of the things that we are speaking about they're in alignment, but they're not in full alignment because there's still some fear of last time we got in trouble for saying this thing. There's still this fear for last time the entire internet shut down for us. There's still this fear from last time that we were tortured, plain and simple. There's something that is still residing within the mind, the body, the spirit, or the soul that needs to be transmuted. For anybody who picks skull number 2, we have this card that represents the Kabbalah. We have this tree. We have this tree that shows everything that is seen and unseen and everything that there is to know about all the chakras and all the spiritual teachings. And this is connected to the soul family. So when we see this with this message from other dimensional versions, this to have the cloud cover be the Kabbalah and have this be teaching, but there's a blockage right here, even in the future. Even in the future, there's still this, I can't decide whether to go left or go right. I can't decide whether to tell them this. Well, if I tell them this, they might go crazy. Oh, that's not true. That's not true. I've seen this. I know this to be true. This vessel that is speaking to you in this present moment, I've seen people with big, bright eyes and smiling faces completely fall asleep the second he starts to speak about something that they weren't ready to hear, they didn't want to hear, or something that needed to be slow dripped later as if it were their own download, their own upload, their own memory. So sometimes we've seen these things happen. These things take place. There is no, I'm going to say too much and they go crazy. That is something that was instilled through some sort of collective consciousness, which is out of alignment. It is up to us to transmute this starting now. This is something that many of us have said, but Alexander, I've already done that because I'm wondering why I was asked to pick this skull because I thought I've already done this. But obviously there's more to be done here. There's more to be done here. And, this is also very validating because I'm in the process of putting together course material. So maybe there are things that my subconscious brain has been wanting to leave out because of what happened last time I taught them, or what was scary about this, or what was taking place, or what happened last time, what is going to happen. Is someone going to go crazy? None of this is true. None of this is true. This literally says this, the trumpet has been blown. The seal has been broken. This is the spiritual line. So this is normally a money card. This is not a money card. This is talking about a spiritual upload, download, this hand of original creator, the Ace of Pentacles. But then it says no. It says no. So this is why Alexander loves doing cards, because when we see the future, we now have the ability to change the future. Because if this card was here and we see, oh, wow, look at these double aces. By teaching this and doing this thing, there's going to be, endless amounts of profits and abundance, and this is the way to go. The second we hear that, things can shift, okay? So the second we hear this whole, what was going to take place, what was taking place in this present moment, the work needs to be done. We need to co-create this work together as a soul family. We need to co-create the work that needs to be done to transmute this within this version of the self, this mastery version of the self, this epic form of something beyond Merlin. This is this this priest of priests, this priestess of priestesses. This is the teacher is the way I would like to say it in this present moment. You are a teacher of teachers if you chose number 2, and it's time for you to teach. It is time for you to instill your information. It's time for you to leave some sort of blueprint for all of the realities that you're traversing in these present moments. If we don't know what reality we're going to be in tomorrow, then wouldn't you like to leave your imprint on that reality for the people that decided to stay there, for the people that you love in that reality? Wouldn't you like to leave some sort of how-to for them? How do we do the thing that we actually came here to do if we haven't stepped out of this role also? I'm not sitting here telling you that I'm stepping out of my role as a teacher and the thing that I'm doing and everything that I'm doing, because this brings me much joy. But what if me knowing I haven't finished this and left some sort of blueprint out there on how did he do it? How did I do it? How did I do this? If I don't have that existing somewhere, how do I do the thing that I actually came here to do if it happens to be different? I want you to ask yourself this question as well. What if the thing on your life purpose needs to be fully completed for you to achieve or begin what truly is your life purpose? Thank you. Is there anything? Many of your blocks with technology not functioning how it does for everybody else, it's going to be a little bit different for everybody, but these have been manifestations that are connected to some deep-rooted fear that is from whatever trauma is stemming this in the first place. So whatever's been going on with your technological difficulties, or what's been going on with your cell phone, with the internet, with the screens going black, this is all connected to that. This is the way that you left something here to look at with dream state lucidity and to ask yourself, why am I still creating this? Why is this happening? Instead of blaming outside forces, ask yourself why you manifested this to happen. Oof. Ooh. comprehension is comprehension. I'm excited for this one. The Lyrans. Lyrans and Draco, right near each other. Back again. Here we go. What time is it? 45:40. Oh. The fighting is done, my family. The fighting is done. The work that we've done in this multidimensional journey has finally allowed these aspects of the self to truly, truly be happy, to truly reach that level where that potential is not achievable, but already here, already within our grasp. This high ground, having the high ground, being multidimensionally blended with all of this light, The fight right here is the cloud cover. This is what was taking place. This was a traumatic event that took place. Many people that woke up having their radio station be attuned the closest to Lyran frequencies, whether they were 6th dimensional, 8th dimensional, 14th dimensional, wherever they were residing for you, my family. This was very challenging to know that home was destroyed. The place that we want to go to, more than anywhere, only exists in the past. There was much anger, and there was much sadness, and there was much rage that was accumulated within the collective consciousness of our people when this took place. When what happened, happened. But there was responsibility on everybody's end. And of course, the fighting continued and continued and continued and continued. But due to what has taken place in certain aspects and versions and things that were locked out of this sector, humanity had the ability to allow the transmutation process to take place, to allow the people that have these strong connections to these hybrids, these half. Yeah, it's a conversation for another day. Certain aspects that were locked out of this galaxy, whether this was a trick, whether whoever was responsible for this to take place, humanity had the ability during this 2020 gateway of what certain people, very, very small percentage of people, wanted you focused on certain things that were distractions. But what was really taking place is humanity was working on humanity. And when humanity worked on itself and had this extra time and was allowed to sit and was allowed to meditate a little bit more and to dream and to sleep a little bit more during these windows of time, there were things that were collectively being worked on. And because of what took place, per usual, every time something tries to be an attack, it ends up assisting all of humanity. This is the reality that you exist in now. This is the reality that we exist in now. Anything that is attempted to be an attack on the self will end up improving the day. It'll improve the next day. This is the vibration and the belief structure that we need you to instill, and we need you to resonate. We need you to cement. We need this to cure, and not cure in a way that it needs healing, curing in a way that cement goes from a liquid to a solid. Oh. This doesn't mean that it's not sad anymore. This doesn't mean that you're no longer wanting to go home. But you need to be happy to be here. You need to be in your happiness here, or your vibration is not in the highest state. And we need your vibration in the highest state for you to be able to even achieve the multidimensional aspects of where the messages come from for what you need to do here. You need to be in this level of light. You need to become all of this simultaneously. That is what is being asked of the people that chose this gemstone form of pyrite, this third skull, the Lyran Council, the number 3. This is what is being created in this present moment and already has been created. The fighting is done. The anger is done. Stop allowing yourself to complain. If we start to complain, count. Count. Have the people that hold you accountable count. Accountable. Being able to count. We should not be allowing our loved ones, we should not be allowing ourselves to complain for more than 17 seconds, 22 seconds. You pick your number and watch how ridiculous it is. Once you go back and look at it, you try to defend these things. You need to smile, my family. This is done. And that doesn't mean it's not sad. That doesn't mean that there isn't some sadness that needs to be transmuted. This is your home now. You can't keep looking up at the sky, waiting. You can't keep telling it, I'm not from here. I'm not from here. I'm not from here. You are now. You are now. You came here to get a job done here. So stop being detached from your physical. Stop being detached from your mental. Stop being detached from your spiritual. You need to reconnect to be able to be in this happiest state. When you notice that you're not, Alexander uses water. It's been 3 times actually in the past week that I've had to go out into the cold water at night. I normally do my cold plunges in the morning. But when I see that my vibration is off, I can't allow my vibration to be off any longer. I can't allow it. You shouldn't be allowing yourself to have your vibration be off. You need to know what your cold water is. I go in the water. I go comprehension through footsiot. I send it all downstream. How do you send it all downstream? Do you do it on a bicycle? Do you do it by running? Do you do it by walking? There has to be some way that is not just stimulating dopamine and doing things that have an immediate shift that are very, very draining in the end and are actually making more anger the next day. Being real with yourself. Dish. Excellent. Thank you, Becca. I see the super sticker. Thank you so much. Okay. We're doing this, huh? We're channeling Draco. Okay. Thank you all for being with me here today.
Sante kontarstis de kompopoyshitiris kumpo pavayashantarsuti kumpots. Umba ishi tarteis umbu fui de futsuti pavats tishta kampayas. How does something complete when it is still unbalanced? How does love have the opportunity to be returned if the tunnel is still clogged, closed, shut down? If something is broken in the past, then it's broken in the present. It's up to us, it's up to humanity, it's up to life itself in the present moment to be transmuting and to be healing that which needs to be healed to allow love to return to its fullest extent. Certain things and certain ways of living, which seem very odd to a majority of this galactic universe, are the ways that some of you are able to perform the best. If there wasn't a trauma there, if there wasn't sadness there, if there wasn't anger there, then the energy might not have been as strong in the first place. And this is the way that the lower dimensional versions that are related to these races of beings have been manifesting in the reality by using trauma. The best example that I can think of is some people listen to sad music when they're having a happy day. And sometimes these people will look at you and they'll say, "Why does this song make you happy?" Because there's more energy there to then use. Happiness is already happiness. When we have sadness there, when we have anger there, when we have lack there, there is something to be transmuted. And when transmutation processes are taking place, there are extra things that are not seen to the naked human eye that are taking place. The example: when gold is melted down, plasma will come off of the gold. The gold is still gold when it's solid. The gold is still gold when it's liquid. But there is something that is taking place when things change form. When things change from one form to another form, there are things and there are energies that are then created. And to be able to attain and utilize those energies is what these galactic beings have been doing. Some of this has been done in some very upsetting ways to many of you that are watching this broadcast now. They are ready to heal this. They are ready to release this, but it is not done. The completion says it's been blocked off in the past. We see soul retrieval and the seventh seal. The seventh seal is in the present moment. It has the potential to be done in any present moment, but there needs to be the willingness for forgiveness. There needs to be the willingness to allow this shift in, to be able to have a reason of, if it weren't for this, how would I have gotten to this point? These choices need to be made. This needs to be balanced for love to truly return. It's very odd that I have to even give this message right now through this physical suit. But this is what this is basically saying is, at lack of better words, this is a negotiation. The healing, the true healing needs to take place for the love to be able to fully return. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. This trauma is too great. And this trauma is something that was learned when we just look at how things are in this present moment and how we see that things were in the past moments. How were they before that? Where did these beings learn this from? That we do not know. This might have just been how things were done in that area of the galaxy. This might have just been how things were done to learn to go from crawling to walking to flying. How else could they have learned other than from their teachers, from their Enochs, from their Metatrons? And if their Metatrons, where they're from, taught them in these ways, which you don't agree with, you cannot agree forever. Or you can agree that healing is necessary for all aspects of the self. And somewhere there's some glimmer, there's some aspect of you that is within these aspects of them. Especially if you chose this skull, if you chose number 4, if you chose Pietersite. True self-worth cannot come in until true forgiveness has cured, solidified. This is a journey. This could be something great to manifest. Pietersite. This could be something great to manifest between this window of May 19th to October 28th with this Taurus. And look at that. I wasn't even thinking about this. This Taurus window, this is where the Orion Gate is. And many people ask where the Orion Gate is. Alexander knows because he's been asked to work on it. The Orion Gate is in the eye. The eye of the bull. So when you're looking at the zodiac sign of Taurus, you ever seen this constellation in the sky? That's where the gate is. Okay? So this last portion of the reading with the Lyrans and now the Draco, this is what the Orion Gate Wars are. These Gate Wars were over this level of travel, being able to travel at these higher speeds. And there's a lot of trauma and karma that still needs to be transmuted into dharma. I speak for them when I say we are sorry. And just hearing we're sorry can probably is angering some of you. And it makes sense. for what has taken place. Fear had manifested fear, and a different way is being chosen when it's ready, when it's able. Spiraled out of control. How do you feel when somebody's angry at you with your current level of intuition? When somebody's angry at you, you feel it. Your heart races. Imagine this level of anger. It made things worse instead of better. Things got out of control. It's time for us to heal this. It's time for us to transmute this. You're welcome. Thank you, Veronique. Who else is here? Oh, God, look at all these comments. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Can't even get to the top. All right. There we go. There's Jean. Jean, Veronique, Michelle. Misty's here. Jane. Josie. My brother Shane. Sherry, Kristen. If I miss a name, I love you so much. I'm barely in my body if I'm in it at all right now. Nikki, my sister Alyssa, Zoe. Thank you all for being here. Linnell. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Golden Hawk, I see you. I see you. Okay. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all, whoever sees this later, for liking the video, for sharing it out, whatever. Thank you just for being here and watching it. Thank you, all of you that are here. You don't have to hit any buttons. I appreciate all the buttons that have already been hit. I appreciate all the support that you've been giving me and has been received and which will continue to be received in the future. Thank you for being part of the channel and for being here with me. I love you all so much. Big hug. There I go. Come on. Wait, hold on. Oh, let's get rid of this other camera. Big hug. Here I come. Here comes your brother. Here comes your brother. I'm patting you on the back. I love you all so much. All right. And go back. Go get back in my body. I love you all so much. We do this once a month with the channeling. And I don't know what I'm going to channel until I prepare to channel. Sometimes I don't know till the day of. So thank you for being here. And thank you. Just thank you all so much. Thank you to the planet beneath our feet and all the benevolent forces that have assisted in this process. I love you all so much. Cheers. Mwah.